We have breaking news from the NHL. The rumored trade between the New York Rangers and Anaheim Ducks is now officially complete. We'll discuss all the details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some breaking news from the NHL. Of course, about a day and a half ago now, we had a big report from Frank Zaravalli indicating that the Anaheim Ducks and the New York Rangers were in deep discussions on the Chris Kreider trade, and the framework was pretty much in place. And now that deal is officially done. Chris Kreider had to officially sign off on his modified no-trade list to complete the deal, and he's now officially done that. Of course, there was speculation that it shouldn't be an issue because it was believed that the Rangers had talked to Kreider ahead of getting too deep into these discussions and that he was willing to waive to go to Anaheim. Of course, he ends up rejoining a bunch of former teammates, including Jacob Trouba, Ryan Strome, and Frankie Vatrano. So the full details of the trade are as follows. The Rangers are trading veteran forward Chris Kreider with no salary retention over to the Anaheim Ducks, along with a 2025 fourth-round pick. That pick actually was originally an Anaheim Duck selection, so they get their own pick back. Going back to the New York Rangers is prospect Carey Terrence, who's viewed upon as being a two-way centerman. It was a mid-round pick 2 years ago in the 2023 NHL draft, and they're also getting a 2025 third-round pick, which was originally a selection that belonged to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So overall, between these two picks, you're getting a late third versus an earlier fourth. So the New York Rangers are actually moving up 15 spots in the 2025 NHL draft with the swap in picks. They get a prospect. The Ducks get Kreider with no salary retention. So obviously, I think considering all things, the Rangers had made it pretty clear for some time that they wanted to move out some veterans. Kreider and Trouba's names were both mentioned early last year as being fully available. Trouba ends up in Anaheim, and now Kreider ends up in Anaheim. Apparently, there were other teams in the mix willing to take Chris Kreider's contract, but based on his protection and his contract and where he would waive and not waive, that this was the team that he felt made the most sense between joining some former teammates that he's obviously good friends with and having a chance to play for Joel Quenneville, which is something he seemed to be fond of as well. Throw in Anaheim, I'm sure that, California, beach lifestyle and everything that goes with it, just seemed to be the most appealing for Kreider. So it's the end of an era in New York. Obviously, Kreider will go down as a all-time great Ranger. Certainly hard to say exactly where he ranks on the all-time list, considering they were original 16 with all the history. They have a lot of great players over the course of their franchise history here, but he's going to be up there. I mean, he is third all-time in goals, tied for first for power play goals. Didn't get a chance to break it, but he did tie the record. And I believe he's first as well in playoff goals. So, I mean, this guy had quite an impact on the Rangers organization. So we'll see how much gas he's got left in the tank. Last year wasn't a great year, but if you look at the time he missed and everything, maybe a fresh start will rejuvenate him. It's hard to say. The hope here in the Rangers organization is now by moving Kreider that they're not done kind of breaking up this core group of players. And the hope is now that maybe great friend of his, Mika Zibanejad, might be more willing to waive his full no-move clause, which is more stringent than what Kreider was dealing with a modified no-trade here. They do want to continue making changes to this core, and Zibanejad's going to be the next one kind of in the sightlines here of Chris Drury. So we'll see what they figure out for his future, if he'll even work with them in any capacity here, where he has a no-move clause as well that also protects him from waivers. So we'll see what happens in the future of the Rangers. But for now, Kreider off to Anaheim. Let me know your thoughts on this trade in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with the latest news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.